Yo,
Yeah, I was like low key. I wanted you to be first, but I was like, wait, hold on. Like,
no,
yes. What
I
up, D?
honestly, you know what? From the first time I went in the club to today, to this day, I want you to know, I never expect a shout out. I didn't expect to get clicked. Like I sat right here. Jenny went by like 15 minutes ago. She was going upstairs, and she was like, "What are you doing? Is he playing music?" I was like, "No, he's just talking to people." And I said, "I'm just gonna sit here and watch." I love seeing everybody's face. Like I have no expectation of anything ever from you, and I hope you know that. Only gratitude, only love and appreciation and gratitude. I told you when we spoke on Jenny's show. I don't want to do all the talking here, but one of the things that I know, and I hear everyone talking about what's happening and what's going on with this, but you started this with self-love.
Yes.
I know you were hurting and you wanted to play music to feel better, and that self-love is so infectious. You've helped all of us love ourselves, and
Wow.
what I mean is when we turn to you, and we turn to each other to communicate and do the comments, it's like we're loving ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
Your
Yes.
your love your love of yourself to heal yourself has given us all a place to do that. I tell New Kids fans this all the time. They're like, it's loving yourself to choose us, and we're the benefactors. The fact that I do what I do, and so many people turn to me. What a gift! They turn to me to love themselves, and
Yes.
you by loving yourself and healing yourself and playing music from your heart and discovering the new way to be Derek,
True.
to be D Nice. You've allowed all of us to share in that and to love ourselves, and it's such a gift. And I know it's hard for all of us to put into words, but that's why we cry in the club and we laugh in the club and we go through all these emotions because our
Dude,
hearts are so open and we see yours. We know when you're in a bad mood. We know when you when
bro.
you're when you're not in your right. We see your heart. It's right there in front of us. We all see it. That's why we're there because our hearts are open with you.
Whenever I see you say like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in tears," like I know that you are really in tears. You're like me, man. We both very emotional men. And I'm not afraid. Before I used to be afraid to share it. It wasn't until my friendship with you when I felt open enough to express it because you expressed it, and it was like, whoa, that's actually how I feel. Like when we met, when we met in person. Obviously, we met initially on social media, but when we met in person at your house, it was just like I immediately felt like, yo, this is my brother. So whenever you sign online, I know it's not about a shout out or anything like that. You literally talk to everyone in this chat, and everyone feels love for you. Like, I mean, like everyone. The one thing that always comes up is, I didn't know Donnie was so cool. Like my friend Twee is in here. She's from Boston. She's like a huge, huge fan, and she just loves when your name pops up. She's just like, and she's not impressed by anyone. She's in our business, and she's always like, she knows everyone. But there's something about when you pop in where it's like, yo, that's Donnie Wahlberg, man. Like, so I just appreciate you just always being so gracious to everyone in here. And, like you could start your own club quarantine for the blockheads, but you tend to spend it with us.
I did. It's called Club Quarantine. I told them all. I said, you guys got to go to Club Quarantine. I kept tweeting and Instagramming. I do Zooms with fans every day. I do hours of Zooms with fans, and I tell them, like, you got to go to Club Quarantine. It's such a vibe, and you almost did our cruise, and you played on our cruise night, our virtual cruise night, which was beautiful. But I just want to say it's like our vibe with the blockheads, and you see now how they're interacting. Like they're all like Tuffy, Tuffy, John's
Oh,
all
I
here.
love
Like
them, man.
they're like the Club Quarantine family. They've made it their own family now, and I'm honored that that's where I'm partying with the blockheads. That they get to experience this. Every night and meet so many people, and it's a beautiful thing, man, and it's spreading. I did a Zoom earlier with a fan, and I could get emotional. I get really emotional. I really do cry in the club. I cried
No,
a couple
I, I,
times
cry- I
before
cry
we
with
laughed.
you, bro.
Yeah, but
I
um I was driving the other day, and I had to take a ride just to clear my head and get some space, and I got a text from Jenny. and it was On the Ocean. She sent me the YouTube to On the Ocean
Wow.
song. And man, I cried like a cry I haven't cried in years driving in the car. Like that song is so beautiful, and hearing it in the club, man, with the lights are dark and everyone's just loving themselves, and you're playing this song, it's hit me so hard. That's me and Jenny's anthem for life now. Like that's
Dude,
the song.
I heard that song in Detroit like
Oh,
years ago, and the first time I heard it, it wasn't like a widely like popular song. You know, it didn't like
hmm
break, but I heard it and I just couldn't believe how beautiful the lyrics were. Like it felt so spiritual, and it means something differently to me now. Now in this environment, like during this time, like when I hear that song, it's just like it just reminds me of good days, but also the better days that are coming, like when this is over. Like, I truly cannot wait to see you and your wife, man, in your family. You know, like, I can't wait for us all to be able to, like, celebrate something together, even if it's not something big. Like,
yeah,
I just want to have a beer with you, bro.
man,
You know what I
exactly,
mean? Like, that's
exactly.
all I want. It's like, I just want to walk by a restaurant and have a beer with Donnie and, like,
Yeah, I,
and share love the way we do anyway. You know, like you're just an amazing person, bro. Like,
you are
and I'm
too.
so glad, like, I'm glad that I was introduced to the people that admire you, but I'm also glad that the people that ride with me have been introduced to you. You know, like you've changed our lives multiple times through music, through acting, and now just through you being you, bro. So we love you, man. I love to be able to share that love with everyone. I see people have the teary eyes going on.
Man, thank you for all the kind words. And I know the moment I told you this, the moment I clicked your name on Instagram to follow you, I was like, wait, D Nice from BDP? Because you're grown now, you're
Yes,
just a
got
young
all
girl
this
now.
now.
Right. And I was like, is that him? I said, that's got it. Who else would call themselves D Nice? They'd have to be crazy. And it was you. And I felt your spirit through Instagram. And then when you walked into my party, like I seen you from across the room. I mean, there was some people in my
Now
party.
you
It
had some
wasn't
people
like
there at your party.
when you walked in, I was like, wow, D Nice is here. I can't even believe it. And I went back and rechecked my Instagram post about my party to see what I wrote about you. And I said only my wife, my soulmate, could know to bring a man whose spirit I admire so much. And that's what I said about you then. And imagine how I see your spirit now. But it's everyone in the club, Derek. I just want you to know, man. It's like I spoke to Lindsay McNeil yesterday, and I've spoken to Tuffy and so many people, and I feel like they're family for life now. And they welcome me. Like you talk about me communicating with them and thanking me for it. I thank them. I didn't. I just went in to see you. Patrick Petty, my guy, my brother, man. He texted me and said D Nice is on, and I went in and um, everybody was so nice and loving and welcoming to me, and I felt so honored and humbled by it. And I don't see it as I'm doing anybody a favor. I see it as I'm with friends and family, and I
That's
don't
awesome, man.
I don't expect anything of anyone, but the love they show is just it's overwhelming. Cupcakes and cat snacks and all these folks. John Copeland Jr. is like, I really feel like I'm with him in Tuffy at
Yo,
the
dude,
bar
that's what I'm
every night.
saying. I'm like, I see these names and I'm like, yo, I know all of them. This is crazy.
I
I
want to
wish I didn't
go.
have to like we didn't have to be limited to following like 7,500 max because I literally look through these names and I'm like, I really do feel like I know everyone and I want to follow more people and more people. So yeah, it's just beautiful though, bro. This is just amazing that we've for one, I want to thank your wife because we even though we met on Instagram, last year, your wife is the one that brought me there, and that was, man, like when someone that contacted me for her when they called, it was just like, wait, Donnie Wahlberg is first of all, I was like, Donnie's turning 50. Damn, that's crazy. Like I
50 is
followed
50
him
is
from the
freedom,
beginning of his
baby. 50
career.
is freedom. Go ahead.
I can't wait. Now I can't wait to turn 50, bro.
Mhm.
But a
Yeah.
lot of it had to do with your party, though, because even just the way, first of all, people should understand, like, you are so loved by so many people from different backgrounds. And like at your party, I'm not gonna mention all the names, but except for one person, because I hadn't seen him in years, and it's who I came into the business with. and like Eric B was at your party, and like
My guy.
this is Eric B and Rakim. We're in your part, it's your party, your home, and I hadn't seen my brother in like a decade at that point. So seeing him there was just beautiful. Like I love who Donnie is. Like it's not about how many records you sold or if you have something hot right now. You just love people, and you've shown that to us, man. Like even here, bro. Like nothing makes me happier outside of seeing my kids pop in. Like when I see my daughter pop in, it makes me happy. But when I see you pop in, it's like I know, like, yo, my brother's here to support, and he's having a great time, man. So I love and appreciate you, bro.
It's thank you and thank everybody in the club, and I'm here for it. And every day you play, it gets better. I don't know how it gets better. And yesterday we needed it. We needed it
Yes,
bad. We needed it bad, brother. When you showed up and just played and allowed us to be in that love space in such a tough time, man, just thank you. Thank you
thank
so
you,
much
brother.
for continuing and staying the course. We need it. We got the world is hurting right now, man, and
Yes,
your love is shining a big light, and it's letting us all share love. And thank you.
man. I love and appreciate you, brother. I'll see you in. All right, man.
Love you
Bye.
guys. Bye, everyone.
My bro Donnie, man, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. Wait, wait.